Please report. This is Officer Winston Thomas, a veteran in law enforcement that served with the Midlands Police Department for most of his life, a husband, and a father that hasn't been able to speak to his family or friends since August 30th of 2012. That's because of a plan made by the defendant, Whit Bowman, and his friend Cameron Poole. A plan to steal from Rockwood. Now, the plan was going to be simple on August 30th. Cameron Poole would hold the ticket booth up at knife point, and Whit Bowman would help him get away. And for Officer Thomas, the day started like any other. But once Cameron Poole held up that ticket booth, Officer Thomas knew that he had a job to do.
Do you know someone by the name of Cameron Poole?
Yeah, I think we all know Cameron Poole.
How do you know Cameron Poole?
Cameron Poole was a really good friend of mine for a long time. We were in high school together. He kind of protected me. He used to get bullied a lot. After that, we did a road trip together. I knew college was going to agree with me, so we went on a road trip together for work, tried economic support, sometimes emotional.
Did this road trip with each other ever come to an end?
Yeah, unfortunately, Cameron found himself into a bit of trouble at a Rules River Town. It's in the amusement park we had worked at previously before. Found himself in some trouble with the management, and after that, I wanted to separate ways with him.
So what did you do after you two parted ways?
I needed to put some distance between myself and Cameron, so I went back to Midlands. That's where I'm originally from. And I saw that Rocky World Amusement Park was hiring, so I applied for a job and I got it.
Now, what year was that exactly?
It's in 2011.
And what job did you work during the summer of 2011?
I was a ticket booth operator.
So then, did you return to work at Rocky World the next summer?
Yeah, I did. Not very many people returned, so I got my choice of position. I chose to be a ride operator.
Now, before you were hired back on, did Cameron Poole come back into your life?
Yeah, he came back in pretty unexpectedly. He kind of barged into my life, you could say. He came in.
Mr. Bowman, well, is this a fair and accurate depiction of what Rockford World looks like?
Yeah, that's fair.
At the start of the day, you were stationed at ride number 10, the mind racer, right?
That's true.
And towards the end of the day, you went to ride number 8, the tunnel tear.
Yes, that's correct.
That's 3 rides away from the mind racer, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, you said you left the mind racer because of all the people throwing up, right? You wanted to get away from it.
That's why I left the bank.
Well, when you left the mind racer, you didn't go to number 5, which is right next to it, did you?
I have a special kind of relationship with the person.
Motion to strike is non-responsive.
Please respond to the question. Motion to strike is granted. You disagree with that testimony.
You didn't go to number 5, which is right next to the tunnel of terror, did you?
No, and this is because I have a special relationship.
Motion to strike is non-responsive.
Sir, you need to answer, listen to his question, and answer it directly. I grant the motion to strike that testimony is stricken as non-responsive.
Yes, sir.
You didn't switch to number 5, the ride right next to the mind racer, did you?
No, I wasn't able to.
You also didn't switch to number 6, another of the rides right next to the mind racer.
Again, I wasn't able to, no.
You went all the way to number 8 on the other side of the park, didn't you?
Yes, it's where Billy Isaacs works, it's my friend.
Why do people lie? Some people lie to get what they want, and other folks lie to get out of things. What we learned in court today is that this defendant, Whit Bowman, does both. This defendant lies about his job, he lies about his friend, he lies to his co-workers, he lies to the police, he lies to the boss, he covers up crimes. And then, after admitting to theft by deception, just cold conceding it, he says, I'm not guilty of fraud. So members of the jury, all you really have to question is, was the defendant's plan, the plan that he put into motion with Cameron, does that plan involve fraud? Absolute members of the jury. We're going to walk through exactly how we, the state, met our burden of proof by demonstrating in court today how this defendant is guilty beyond all reasonable doubt. So let's take a look at the story here. How does it begin?